Welcome to English Compass. Our unique and exciting stories will help you learn English quickly and easily. Today, I want to tell you the love story of Emmanuel Macron, the President of France, and Brigitte, the special woman who stood by him for more than half his life. Have you ever loved someone the world said you shouldn't love? Have you ever felt that your feelings for someone were real, even when others said it was just teenage imagination? And do you believe that a 15-year-old boy can fall in love with a 40-year-old woman? And after nearly 30 years, they become the President and First Lady of France? It sounds like a novel, right? But this is a true story, a story about love. But more than love. It's about belief, patience, courage, and a reminder. What the heart chooses, the mind may never fully understand. Part 1. A Strange Student. As a teenager, Emmanuel Macron was not an ordinary student. He loved reading philosophy. He loved writing. He enjoyed deep talks about love, life, and destiny. There was something older about him. At La Providence High School, everyone knew Madame Brigitte Ozier. She was a 39-year-old literature teacher, smart, confident, and very charismatic. She could read a Baudelaire poem in class and make the whole room fall silent. Later, Brigitte said, Macron was different. At that age, he already thought like an adult. When I talked with him, I forgot I was speaking to a student. Their feelings didn't start with a look. They started with rehearsals, poetry readings, and long talks after school. It was not about physical attraction. It was a connection of souls. Part 2. Separation and Rules. As the feelings became clearer, Brigitte felt afraid. She had a husband, 3 children, and she is a teacher. And Emmanuel? He was only 15, smart, sensitive, but still just a child. When Macron's parents found out, they were shocked. They didn't hate Brigitte. They were afraid their son would get hurt. So they sent Emmanuel to Paris, away from the dangerous emotion. They thought, out of sight, out of mind. He will forget. But Emmanuel didn't forget. He called Brigitte every week. He wrote letters, shared his thoughts, told her about his dreams, and she was always in them. Before he left Amiens, he said something that changed their lives. No matter what you do, I will come back and marry you. Part 3. Time, Patience, and Doubt. Brigitte lived in years of doubt and struggle. On one side, a stable life, husband, children, a career, and respect. On the other, real feelings. But feelings society said were wrong. Imagine being a mother, with a child the same age as the person you love. You know people will judge you, blame you, hate you. You know you might lose everything. Brigitte tried to stay away. She told Emmanuel to let go, but it didn't work. For Emmanuel, this was not just a passing feeling. It was destiny. He studied hard, got into top schools. He once said, I study because I want to be worthy of her. I will succeed. So the world cannot look down on our love. Part 4. To love is to lose. In the end, Brigitte chose love, and she paid the price. She got divorced. She lost friends. She lost her image in town. The media used words like forbidden love. Some called her a manipulator. Others said she was a mother who lost her way. But Brigitte did not fight back. She simply said, "I know what I'm doing, and I know who I love." It wasn't an easy choice, but it was a brave one. Would you risk everything for someone who might never succeed? Part 5. A wedding, but not a fairy tale. In 2007, they got married. No fireworks, no media, no princess dress. Just two people who had waited nearly 15 years, finally together. Brigitte wore a simple white dress. Emmanuel held her hand, smiling. Back then, he was just a young civil servant. No one knew his name, but in her eyes, he was the man of her life. Later, Emmanuel said, "Brigitte is my soul's other half. Without her, I would not be who I am today." Part 6. The Presidential Campaign. Two people, one dream. In 2017, Macron ran for president. He was only 39. He wasn't the most popular candidate. He didn't have a big party. He didn't come from a political family. All he had was belief and a wife who stood behind him. Brigitte was not just a wife. She read every speech. She edited every word. She asked him, "What do you want to change in this country? And why does it matter so much?" When he won, she didn't hide behind him. She stayed true to herself. A smart, kind, independent woman who inspires many. Part 7. Love in a palace, but never forgetting who they are. At the Élysée Palace, Brigitte didn't try to be the perfect first lady. She didn't try to look younger. She didn't hide her age. She didn't erase the past. She chose to talk about education. She chose to listen to young people. Most of all, she chose to be her husband's balance in a world of pressure. They still walk together, still call each other sweet nicknames, still read books together at night and debate with passion. Part 8. When love doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Some people say their love is strange. Some ask, why marry someone 24 years older? But Emmanuel Macron once answered, "I love Brigitte not because of her age, but because she is herself, and I knew that from the very first moment." They love like the world doesn't exist, and live like judgment isn't a wall. Would you wait 15 years for someone you love? Would you give up everything, fame, comfort, and a perfect image, just to follow your heart? This love isn't cute like a K-drama. It isn't shiny like a fairy tale. It's full of tears, pain, and hard choices. But maybe that's what makes it real. And if you ask, is there still space in this world for a love like that? Then the answer is yes, as long as you are brave enough. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more simple English like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow our channel. Let's enjoy learning English together with amazing stories. See you in the next video.